Hi everyone, my name is Apuraj Garikapati. Welcome to my YouTube channel Amazing Apai. In the last episode we saw Zhang Feng bring Pei back to the Zhang family. However, Zhang Feng's master blocked their path. Zhang Feng said, "Just because I call you master doesn't mean you're stronger than me. If anyone dares lay a finger on my sister, I'll cut that hand off." Just then, Zhang Fenghua stepped forward and said, "We're all family here. There's no need to fight each other. If Pei can pass one simple test, she'll be allowed to meet the old man." Zhang Feng thought to himself, "This guy is definitely powerful, but he's always been a complete scumbag. He used to have feelings for Pei, and when my older brother and I found out, we beat him senseless. Is he trying to get revenge for that now?" Fenghua smiled and said, "The test is very simple. Pei only has to withstand 3 of my attacks. If she succeeds, the family head will agree to meet her." Zhang Feng snapped, "Know your place, Fenghua. Looks like you forgot the beating you got last time. Forget the test, take one more step forward, and I'll remind you exactly what happens." Pei immediately stopped him. "Second brother, please don't interfere. If this is the condition for meeting Dad, then I accept." Fenghua smirked. "You've made a huge mistake, Pei." 3 hours later, Zhang Feng sighed in relief. "Finally, you're awake." Pei slowly opened her eyes. "Brother, where am I and where did Fenghua go? I only took one of his attacks. He never even used the other 2. Zhang Feng shook his head. "Forget about that. His first attack didn't even land completely, yet the pressure alone almost killed you. Fortunately, I had some healing pills with me, so your injuries recovered. But I can't restore the energy you lost. Get some proper rest and focus on recovering." Pei insisted, "But I still need to meet Dad." Zhang Feng replied, "There's no point. The Zhang family will kill you using those despicable methods. Right now, your only priority is healing. I'll figure out what to do next. Fenghua tried to kill you today. When I get the chance, I'll kill that bastard with my own hands." The scene shifted to the teacher's apartment. When Yu Chen returned home, he found that his mother had prepared a huge feast for him. Pei smiled warmly. "I couldn't make breakfast for you this morning, so I made a big dinner instead. These are all your favorite dishes from when you were little." Each end smiled happily. "Looks like I'm in for an amazing meal today." Then he noticed the injuries on her body. "Mom, who hurt you?" Pretending nothing had happened, Pei replied, "What are you talking about? I just fell down the stairs. That's all. I'm perfectly fine." Each end sighed. "Mom, maybe you forgot, but I'm an excellent doctor. I can tell just by looking that these injuries weren't caused by a fall. Someone attacked you." Pei looked surprised. "I thought you only practiced martial arts. How did you learn all of this in just 5 years?" Each end explained, "The pills you took were only low-grade medicine. They've only healed about 10% of your injuries. If the remaining damage isn't treated properly, it'll cause serious problems in the future." He immediately called Lin Tian. "Tell me everything my mother did today." Lin Tian answered she met Zhang Feng. After that, they went somewhere together, but I don't know where. Each end's expression turned cold. "Find Zhang Feng's location and send it to me immediately." A short while later, each end returned with a medicinal herbal soup. Pei frowned. "Each end, what is this? It smells incredibly strong." Each end smiled. "You have to drink it. I prepared it especially for you. I need to head out for a while, Mom. Just don't forget to drink it." As she picked up the bowl, Pei smiled to herself. Each end said he made it with great care. How could I possibly refuse the moment she drank it? An overwhelming surge of energy spread throughout her body. She was shocked. What exactly did this child put in this medicine? Not only are all my injuries healing, I feel far stronger than before. I grew up in the Zhang family and had access to the best cultivation resources, but even their finest pills never produced an effect like this. I can't even imagine what each end experienced during those 5 years. The scene shifted again. Zhang Feng sat alone, drinking while burning with rage. "I'm not letting Fenghua get away with this. He dared to hurt my precious little sister right in front of me. If I don't kill him with my own hands, then I don't deserve the name Zhang Feng. If my older brother had been here today, he would have set the entire Zhang family on fire." At that moment, each end appeared. "So Zhang Fenghua was the one who hurt my mother." Zhang Feng was startled. "When did he get here? This kid has become even stronger than before." "Listen, each end. Everything Fenghua did today happened with father's approval. If you go after Fenghua, you'll be challenging the entire Zhang family. Leave him to me. You finally reunited with your mother after 5 years. Spend some time with her." Each end smiled calmly. "Don't worry. I'm not going to do anything reckless. I'm simply paying the Zhang family a visit. After all, the family head is my grandfather. I'd like to see just how powerful he really is and how big the gap between us truly is. Zhang Feng thought he seemed surprisingly calm. How about we go another day? Yi Chen shook his head. Tomorrow is never better than today. I'm going right now. Zhang Feng sighed. If you're really determined, then I'll take you there. Once he sees the overwhelming difference between himself and the Zhang family, he'll finally calm down. The scene shifted to the Zhang family estate. Looking at the massive entrance, Yi Chen said, "So this is the Zhang family residence." The guard stepped forward. "Who are you?" "No outsiders are allowed to enter without permission." Yi Chen smiled. "I was just passing by, but after seeing the residence of one of the capital's top families, I've decided this gate needs to come down." With a single punch, he completely destroyed the front gate. Zhang Feng's face turned pale. Trusting this kid was a huge mistake. He only pretended to calm down. He's here to start a war. Drawing his sword, Yi Chen shouted, "Zhang Feng Yue, you coward. Get out here. If I don't teach you a lesson today, then my name isn't Yi Chen." Zhang Feng immediately tried to stop him. "Yi Chen, what are you doing? Run. I'll hold them off." Yi Trim replied coldly, "This has nothing to do with you. I'm not here to fight the Zhang family. I only want Zhang Feng Hue's head. He was hiding like a coward, so I smashed the front gate to drag him out." Zhang Feng shouted, "Do you even know what you've done? By destroying the family gate, you've humiliated the entire Zhang family. If the elders show up, even I won't be able to save you." Just then several elders appeared. "You're too late to think about running now." One of them, Zhang Heisheng, stepped forward. "So your Pei's son, our family severed all ties with you long ago. Why did you come here?" The other elders began whispering among themselves. "So that's Zhang Pei's son, the useless brat who brought shame to the Zhang family. I've heard plenty about that piece of trash." Zhang Feng thought to himself, "I never expected Heisheng to show up personally. After father, he's the highest authority in the Zhang family." Yi Chen calmly said, "So what if he came? I'm not here for any of you. I'm here for Zhang Feng Yue. That bastard dared to attack my mother. And today I'm going to kill him." The onlookers whispered among themselves, "Is he really here to kill Elder Zhang? I have to admit, this kid is unbelievably arrogant." Zhang Feng quickly laughed and said, "Kids these days really have a strange sense of humor. Don't take what he says seriously. He's just joking." Zhang Feng's master stepped forward. "This morning, Pei came here and I only spared her because of you. But now this mother and son treat the Zhang family like their own backyard, coming and going whenever they please. Her son even destroyed the family gate." She glared at Zhang Feng. "I'm telling you this clearly. Zhang Feng, even if you interfere, you won't be able to save him." Zhang Feng answered firmly, "He's not just Pei's son. He's also my nephew. I don't care who stands against him. I'll stand in front of him as his shield. And if necessary, I won't hesitate to fight my own family." Everyone was stunned. Is Master Zhang really willing to fight his own master for someone else's child? If the old master hears about this, he'll be furious. Yi Chen looked at Zhang Feng and said, "Thank you, uncle." He thought to himself, so uncle protected mom this morning too. Otherwise, they definitely wouldn't have let her leave alive. Zhang Feng smiled, "You're my nephew. I'd do anything for you. Relationships don't disappear just because someone says they do." Yi Chen then said, "I'll say this one last time. I'm here to kill Zhang Fenghua. Uncle, none of you need to interfere. Just stand aside and watch. The stronger one will win." Zhang Feng nodded, "I believe in you, but if anything goes wrong, I'll step in." Just then someone mocked him. Like mother, like son. In the end, the little bastard came begging the Zhang family for support. If his mother hadn't done something so disgraceful, a worthless piece of trash like him would have never been born. In an instant, Yi Chen appeared right in front of the man. Grabbing him by the throat, he said coldly, "You've said far more than you should have." A loud crack echoed through the courtyard. Yi Chen snapped the man's neck, killing him instantly. Everyone froze and shocked. "He killed one of our people in less than 5 seconds. We heard he was a useless nobody, but he's unbelievably strong." Even Haisheng was stunned. Something is definitely wrong with this kid. He disappeared for 5 years, and now he's returned this powerful. He even walked into the Zhang family without the slightest fear. That means whoever is backing him must be incredibly powerful. Yi Chen looked around and said, "A tongue may be small, but it can get you killed. One piece of trash is gone. Now only Fenghua is left." At that moment, Zhang Fenghua stepped forward. "I am Zhang Fenghua, the one who injured your mother. This morning, Your mother had an incredibly bright future, but she threw everything away for a piece of trash like you. I only injured her. Even if I had killed her, it wouldn't have mattered. The other elders sneered. Your family was expelled from the Zhang family. So why are you here begging to come back? So what if you're a genius? Your family brought nothing but shame to us. Without another word, Yi Chen charged forward. Several disciples blocked his path. If you want to reach our master, you'll have to get through us first. Yi Chen unleashed his burning heaven palm. They'd attack instantly wiped them all out before they even had time to react. He looked at the survivors and said, "What happened? Not fighting anymore." The spectators were horrified. He's far too powerful. None of us can match him. Yi Chen thought, I've already reached the 2-year round. Now that my cultivation has increased so much, I can use these techniques effortlessly. Even after taking such a powerful attack, Feng Yue is still alive. The Zhang family truly deserves its reputation as one of the capital's strongest families. Terrified, Feng Yue turned and ran. Elders, save me. I'm no match for him. Yi Chen closed the distance in an instant, but He Shang and the Master Sword blocked his attack. He Shang said, "Young man, don't be stubborn. You still have a chance to leave. Go now." Yi Chen replied coldly, "Anyone who stands in my way will die." The two elders warned him, "You're making a huge mistake. You're throwing your life away." They launched a combined attack. Yet Yi Chen remained completely unharmed. He Shang frowned. "We admit you're an extraordinary genius, but against the combined strength of both of us, you stand no chance." Yi Chen smiled. "Maybe you're right. Your cultivation is much higher than mine. But are you really certain that you can overcome my techniques?" He instantly created countless illusions, trapping both elders inside. Using the opening, he slipped past them and appeared directly in front of Feng Yue. Feng Yue shouted, "Do you think I'm that easy to kill? I won't lose to a brat like you." The two exchanged punches with a sickening crack. Feng Yue's arm shattered. He screamed in agony, "My arm, it's burning. Someone save me." Yi Chen raised his hand. "Make your final wish." He Shang shouted, "Don't do it. If you kill Feng Yue, you'll become the enemy of the entire Zhang family." Yi Chen answered without hesitation, "This bastard is dying today. I don't care if your family becomes my enemy. My list of enemies already includes people far stronger than all of you. If you join that list, it won't make any difference." At that moment, Grandmaster Zhang appeared. "And what if I say that Feng Yue is under my protection? Then not even the gods could touch him while he stands on my land." Everyone was shocked by the arrival of the family head. Without even looking at him, Yi Chen struck Feng Yue down and killed him. Then he looked at the Grandmaster and said, "Who do you think you are? Just because you mentioned the gods doesn't make you one." The entire crowd was stunned. He killed Feng Yue right in front of the family head. He's openly challenging the head of the Zhang family. Zhang Feng thought anxiously, "This has gone too far. Looks like I have no choice but to call that person." He quietly sent a message. The Grandmaster stared at Yi Chen. "I don't know where you learned these techniques, but I have to admit they're impressive. They may be enough to crush ordinary cultivators, but before me, they're nothing. On my territory, no one dares ignore my orders. And since you chose to disobey me, you'll pay the price." Yi Chen replied fearlessly, "You also made my mother suffer. I'm not letting you off either. You've never crossed my bottom line before, which is the only reason you're still standing. Otherwise, you'd already be lying dead beside him." The Grandmaster narrowed his eyes. "He's confronting me head-on. Where does all this confidence come from? For some reason, I have a feeling he's even stronger than he's letting on. If he weren't, he would never have dared come to the Zhang family and challenge us at our own gates." The Grandmaster then ordered, "You two, go teach him a lesson." At the same time, he thought, "Let's see what this boy is really capable of." He Shang said, "Now that you have my orders, show him no mercy." Shang Feng's master added coldly, "Boy, you're nothing in front of us." Yi Chen smirked. "I shattered your illusion just 5 minutes ago. Looks like I'll have to do it again." With that, the battle began. Despite both elders using their full strength, they couldn't even touch Yi Chen. Shang Feng hurriedly said, "Father, Yi Chen carries the blood of the Zhang family. His talent is extraordinary. If we kill him for no reason, it will be a tremendous loss for our family." The family head replied angrily, "You brought an outsider into our home, causing the deaths of our family members, and now you're defending him. You need to be taught a lesson." With a single strike, he sent Zhang Feng crashing to the ground. The old master shouted, "As punishment, you will kneel outside the ancestor hall for an entire month. Yang Feng clenched his fists. With father's orders, I can't do anything against him. Meanwhile, Yi Chen continued fighting with ease. Even the family head was surprised. His footwork is incredible. He must have encountered an extraordinary opportunity. Otherwise, there's no way he could have held out against a Shun for this long. He Shun sneered. Yi Chen, you should never have come to the Zhang family. Now we'll show you our secret formation technique. The two elders activated their formation and launched a devastating attack. The family had nodded. It's over. But the next moment, everyone froze. Yi Chen was still standing there completely unharmed. He Shun exclaimed in disbelief. How is this possible? No one has ever survived that attack. Yi Chen smiled. So that was your trump card? Then let me show you one of mine. He unleashed the first form of the sky-breaking sword art, Dragon Slash. The overwhelming sword strike blasted both the elders away. Just as Yi Chen was about to finish them off, Pei suddenly arrived. She shouted, Yi Chen, did you do all of this? And whose skull is that? Yi Chen replied calmly, it's Zhang Fenghua's. Mom, he attacked you this morning. No one in the capital will ever dare lay a hand on you again. Pei smiled proudly. My son is truly talented. I never imagined you'd cause such an uproar inside the Zhang family. Yi Chen asked, Mom, why are you here? If someone bullied you, just tell me. I can teach them a lesson too. Pei shook her head. No matter what happens, this is still my family. Don't kill any more people. You've already dealt with those who deserved it. Zhang Feng watched them and thought, what are these mother and son talking about? Did I make a mistake by bringing him here? Pei smiled and said, I only came this morning to see my old home, nothing else. But inwardly she thought, if Yi Chen finds out I came here asking for help, it'll only make things worse. If he can break into the Zhang family, he'll definitely storm the Lin family too. And right now, that's the last thing he should do. Yi Chen asked, Mom, did you come here to stop me? I know the man standing there is your father, my grandfather. But I promise you, if he goes too far, I can still defeat him with my trump cards. Pei stepped in front of him. Dad, he's just a child. If you want to hurt him, you'll have to get past me first. The surrounding family members whispered, she keeps calling him just a child. She's not mentioning what a terrifying child he really is. Well, she's the family head's only daughter. That's probably why he's holding back. The family head finally spoke. Fine, Yi Chen, I'm willing to let today's incident go. I'll even allow you to return to the Zhang family. Zhang Feng's face lit up. Father is actually letting them come back. He must have been impressed by Yi Chen's talent. If they return to the family, everything can finally be resolved. Even Pei was stunned. Father changed his mind. Am I dreaming? Then the family head continued. Hand over every martial art and cultivation technique you possess. In return, you may rejoin the Zhang family. Zhang Feng's expression darkened. Father still isn't interested in Yi Chen himself. He's only after Yi Chen's techniques, as expected. All he cares about is profit. Yi Chen burst into laughter. I thought you were finally going to talk about family, but instead, you're begging for my techniques. The Zhang family may be great in your eyes, but in mine, it's nothing. If you think you're sparing my life, then come fight me yourself. All your misconceptions will disappear within 1 month. I'll show you, and the entire country, who the true ruler really is. On that day, everyone will know who truly rules the capital. He turned toward his mother. Let's go, Mom. The crowd was stunned. Is he planning to establish his own martial family? The major martial families have remained unchanged for thousands of years. Yet he's claiming he'll build a new one within a month. Zhang Feng thought to himself. Father acted like a ruthless man. But in the end, he still let Yi Chen leave. He was simply protecting both sides. He Shan asked, Master, Yi Chen is incredibly arrogant. Should we mobilize our forces and eliminate him? The Grand Master shook his head. There's no need. I want to see just how capable this boy truly is. After returning home, they asked, Yi Chen, you're not hurt anywhere, are you? Yi Chen smiled. I'm perfectly fine, Mom. But are you angry with me? You had a chance to return to the Zhang family today, and I ruined it. He thought to himself. No matter how badly I speak about them, there's still Mom's family. Pei gently shook her head. If your grandfather hadn't attached those conditions, things would have been different, but his conditions revealed nothing but greed. There's no point returning to a place where nobody truly considers you family. She then asked, were you serious about creating your own family? The martial world has remained stable for thousands of years. No major families have risen or fallen. If you step into that world now, you'll make countless enemies. Yi Chen answered confidently. It doesn't matter. I've never been afraid of enemies. Pei smiled proudly. My son is no longer the naive child he used to be. He's become someone people can truly rely on. Yi Chen suddenly asked, Mom, why did you really go to the Zhang family today? Was it because of Dad? Where is he? I've already investigated. He never went to Zhangcheng City. Pei sighed. There's no point hiding it from you anymore. Your father has been captured by Lin Zhulong. He knows some information that Lin Zhulong has been after for years. That's why I went to the Zhang family to ask for help. Yi Chen's expression turned cold. I already had unfinished business with that bastard Lin Zhulong from 5 years ago, and now he's created another problem. Pei quickly said, Yi Chen, calm down. I lied to you because I knew you'd rush out to save your father immediately. If you acted recklessly and something happened to you, I'd never forgive myself. Yi Chen took a deep breath. I have to stay calm. As long as Dad still has the information Lin Zhulong wants, he won't kill him. That gives me time to come up with a rescue plan. He reassured her. Mom, Lin Zhulong needs information from Dad. I can guarantee that Dad is still safe. Don't worry. I'll bring him back within a few days. He continued thinking. Dad is just an ordinary man who knows nothing about the martial world. So what exactly does Lin Zhulong want from him? Then again, Dad was the one who gave me the black stone that contained the reincarnation graveyard. Even the masters of Kunlun would go crazy over a treasure like that. But I'm certain Lin Zhulong doesn't know about the stone. Otherwise, after seeing how quickly I've grown, he would have realized I possessed it. That means he's after something else. Something so important that he destroyed our entire family because of it. Sometimes I even feel that our family isn't as ordinary as I once believed. Yi Chen finally asked, Mom, do you know anything about our ancestors? I've never met Grandpa or Grandma. What do you know about them? Hey Sugarhead, I don't know much about your ancestors either. Your grandfather and grandmother passed away when your father was still very young. The Yi family was just an ordinary wealthy family that was quite well known in Zhangcheng City. Yi Chen asked, have you ever felt there was something mysterious about the Yi family? Hey nodded. I do know one thing. The Yi family didn't originally belong to Zhangcheng City. They came here from somewhere else and eventually settled down. Your grandparents' deaths were also very strange. They both died at exactly the same time. It felt as if someone had planned everything. At their funeral, a group of people wearing very unusual clothes appeared. They said that since members of the Yi family, before we move ahead, please take a second to like on this video. A like tells me that you enjoyed this topic. Your support helps Amazing Up High grow naturally. Had passed away, their ashes had to be buried in the Yi family's homeland. After saying that, they took your grandparents' ashes and left. Yi Chen frowned. So the Yi family came from somewhere else, and those mysterious people. That means we know almost nothing about our family's true origins. Maybe it's not just us. Perhaps everyone who knows the Yi family has only seen the surface and has no idea who we really are. Mom, I've doubted this many times myself. You possess an incredibly powerful bloodline, but Dad is completely ordinary. If he were truly an ordinary person, and how could my talent be so extraordinary? Either I shouldn't have had any talent at all, or my talent should have been weaker than yours. The masters inside the reincarnation graveyard told me that my talent isn't just powerful. It's unique, so unique that this world couldn't even recognize it. Everyone believed I was just an average cultivator, but something still doesn't add up. Dad never cultivated. The Zhang family rejected him simply because he was an ordinary man. Could he have been hiding his true strength? No. The only explanation is that even Dad doesn't know the family's real secret. He smiled gently. Son, don't think too much about these things. You won't find the answers just by worrying. Go get some rest. Yi Chen narrowed his eyes. There is one person who knows everything, and I'll make sure he tells me the truth. The scene shifted to the Lin family. Lin Zhulong looked at the bird and its cage and smiled. Tianzhen, you're just like this bird. You may still be flying, but you're trapped in my cage. Tianzhen replied calmly. You're already a grown man. Don't you feel embarrassed playing with a bird? Lin Zhulong laughed. The Lin family stands at the peak of this country's power. We're the strongest clan in the nation. We can do whatever we want. He crushed the bird in his hand and the Zhang family can't do a thing about it. If they ever cross the line, I'll crush them just like this bird. He stared at Tianzhen. I'm asking you one last time. Before your parents died, did they leave you any item, or tell you any secret? Tianzhen answered firmly. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know anything. My parents died so suddenly. They never had the chance to tell me anything, or leave me anything. Lin Julong sneered. You really know how to keep secrets. My patience has run out. I won't let you off so easily anymore. Tianjin thought to himself. What exactly is he trying to find? Before they died, my parents gave me a black stone, and later I passed it on to each end. Even if I have to die here, I'll never tell him about that stone. My parents always hid many things from me. Even before Yi Chen was born, they accurately predicted that I'd have a son. They even predicted the exact date of his birth. They were the ones who chose the name Yi Chen. Could it be? Could that black stone actually be what Lin Julong is searching for? And is whatever's inside it secretly helping my son? If that's true, then I'd gladly give my life for him. In 40 years of my life, I never managed to do much for my son. If my death can protect him, then it's worth it. Lin Julong raised his hand. Fine, then I'll kill you. Just then his father appeared. Stop this nonsense, Julong. If anything happens to Tianjin, I won't spare you. Lin Julong was surprised. Father, what are you doing here? His father replied, I came to make sure you weren't doing anything foolish, and it looks like I arrived just in time. Lin Julong lowered his head. Give me a little more time. I promise I'll make him talk. His father shook his head. You won't make him talk. You'll only end up killing him. He then turned toward the guest beside him. Master Kai, please, only you can handle this. Master Kai, you smiled calmly. Young people these days are far too impatient. You really shouldn't be so afraid of Lin Julong. Meanwhile, Lin Julong thought, this old man is unbelievably powerful. Even I can feel the pressure coming from him. He must be from Kunlun too. His father introduced him. This is Master Kai from Kunlun. He possesses a technique that allows him to read other people's memories. You've tried every method you could, but Tianjin still refused to speak. Let's see if Master Kai succeeds. Lin Julong's eyes lit up. You can actually read someone's memories? That's incredible. Father, your connections never disappoint. Tianjin's expression changed. What are you planning to do? Master Kai smiled. Nothing much. We're simply going to uncover your secrets. Tianjin panicked. What do I do now? If he reads my memories, I won't be able to hide anything. Master Kai immediately activated his technique. The Lin family paid me handsomely just to come here. I thought I'd have to read the mind of some powerful cultivator. But this is just an ordinary man. Extracting his memories should be effortless. However, the moment he entered Tianjin's mind, he froze. A powerful seal was protecting Tianjin's memories. The backlash instantly threw Master Kai away, knocking him unconscious. Both father and son were shocked. What happened to Master Kai? His father immediately realized someone placed a powerful seal on Tianjin's mind. Anyone who tries to access his memories will suffer the same fate. He frowned. Who could have placed such a terrifying protection on an ordinary person? It seems the Yi family of Jiangjing City is far from ordinary. The biggest problem is that we can't force him to talk, and we can't read his memories either. Judging by what just happened, the seal has already awakened. Lin Julong growled, then I'll just kill him. As he tried to attack Tianjin, the protective seal activated again and repelled him. His father quickly asked, You were injured. Are you alright? Lin Julong looked at his swollen hand. I'm fine. My hand is just swollen. His father said coldly, If we can't make him talk, there's only one option left. Bring his wife and his son here. Take Master Kai away for treatment. We'll deal with everything else afterward. The scene shifted back to Yi Chen's home. Looking over a map, Yi Chen said, This place would be perfect for establishing my family. When choosing a headquarters, I need to make sure the location is ideal. He looked at him curiously. You're already searching for land? I thought you were going to investigate Lin Julong. Why don't you just question the person who already has the information? Why waste time like this? Yi Chen smiled. The person I'm about to meet doesn't just know about Lin Julong. He has information about the entire country. I've already asked someone to arrange a meeting with him. He rolled up the map and looked at his mother. Come on, Mum. Let's inspect a few locations first. If our headquarters is close to the city district, traveling will be much more convenient. Just then, Peace said, Yi Chen, you don't understand. When top families choose a place to build their headquarters, they don't care about convenience or scenic views. What they care about is a powerful protective formation and something called family fortune. Each end looked confused. Mom, what's family fortune? He shook her head. I don't know the details either, but when I was little, I often overheard the elders talking about it. They used to say that every top family is built on the land of another powerful family that was destroyed long ago. For example, the Zhang family's residence was once the home of one of the Tang dynasty's greatest noble families. Each end thought to himself, I've heard the same thing in Kunlun. Many newly established sects are built on the ruins of ancient ones. He smiled at his mother. So you're saying we should destroy a powerful family and take over their territory? Grind. That's actually a pretty good idea. At the same time, Zhang Feng suddenly sneezed. Why do I have a bad feeling that this mother and son are plotting something dangerous? P continued, you know there's a piece of land in the capital that's even better than the territory owned by any of the top families, but no one has ever been able to claim it. I think it would be the perfect place to establish a new family. Many powerful families have had their eyes on it, but for the past 30 years, no one has even dared to touch it. The owner of that land is Bailey Hung. He holds tremendous power in the military. The battalion under his command is called the Blood Battalion. They're only deployed when the country faces a major crisis, whether it's ordinary people, powerful families, or even cultivators from Kunlun. Everyone fears Bailey Hung. No one dares to lay a finger on his property. Before we move ahead, please take a second to share on this video. Sharing helps this video reach friends who may also enjoy anime, gaming, travel, cricket, chess, career basics, or personal stories. Your support helps Amazing Abhi grow naturally. Yi Chen was surprised. Bailey Hung, isn't he Bailey Hung's father? He asked, if he's not building anything there and he's not selling it either, then why has he left the land untouched? He replied, I don't know for sure, but I've heard rumors that his wife disappeared on that land. That's why it's still heavily guarded by powerful experts. No one dares to enter. Yi Chen nodded. I have a good relationship with Bailey Hung. I might be able to work something out. Just then Yi Chen's phone rang. It was Lu Shu. Yi Chen looked at his mother. Mom, I'm heading out to gather information about Lin Shilong. If everything goes well, we'll finally get some answers today. Soon, Yi Chen arrived at the base. Lu Shu greeted him. The good news is that the chief already wanted to meet you. Otherwise, arranging this meeting would have been impossible. Yi Chen smiled. Lu Shu, if you hadn't been able to arrange this meeting, I would have asked you to find out where Lin Shilong is. Lu Shu immediately panicked. Please don't drag me into that. The location of the Lin family is one of the country's highest level secrets. Even I don't know where they are. Yi Chen nodded. That's exactly why I'm here to talk to your chief. Lu Shu warned him. One more thing. Please don't act impulsively in front of him. You have no idea how many powerful experts secretly guard him. Even raising your voice could be dangerous. Yi Chen laughed. Do I look crazy to you? By the way, how much do you know about Bailey Hung? Lu Shu answered without hesitation. One word describes him perfectly. Extraordinary. His strength, influence, and status are all far beyond mine. There was once a time when nearly half the country was under his family's control. That's why he's considered one of the nation's most influential figures. Bailey Hung even reached rank 1 on the Grand Master rankings. But because of his special status, his name was removed from the rankings. It was taken down just 10 minutes after being announced. That's why very few people even know he was once ranked first. Yi Chen asked, can you arrange a meeting between me and Bailey Hung? Lu Shu said, sir, what are you talking about? He's been in Kunlun for the past month. I have no idea when he'll return. But you know his daughter, Bailey Bing. You should ask her. She probably knows more. Yi Chen nodded. You're right. Yi Chen then entered the chief's office. As he looked around, he thought, the security here is top-notch. What's even more impressive is that the strongest experts are hidden throughout the bushes. And even inside the walls. Lu Shu wasn't exaggerating. The chief smiled. Yi Chen, you've certainly been making quite a name for yourself lately. Even Bailey Hung caused quite a stir back in his prime. But you're still very young. Your potential is limitless. Yi Chen smiled faintly. I doubt you invited me here just to compliment me. The chief's expression immediately turned serious. Compliment you? I called you here to scold you, and to remind you of everything you've done. Yi Chen thought. This man is far from ordinary. He's incredibly powerful. The chief continued. Do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused? Yi Chen shrugged. I've caused so much trouble that I've lost count. You might as well remind me. The chief glared at him. We assigned you to the university as an instructor. But even there, you created chaos. You froze an entire lake overnight. We still haven't figured out how to explain that to the public. Then you destroyed Ghost Prison. Do you even know what kind of criminals were locked up there? If those dangerous prisoners had escaped, you can't imagine the disaster they would have caused. The Martial Arts Bureau alone has filed over 100 charges against you. The only reason you're still free is because of your rank. Otherwise, you'd already be sitting in prison. There are many influential people in the capital whom you've never even met, and they already consider you a threat. They're ready to eliminate you at any moment. So tell me, what exactly am I supposed to do with you? Yi-Chen answered calmly. I admit I've done a lot. But when those people destroyed my family, what did you do? Are the lives of ordinary people worth less than ants to you? Yes, I destroyed Ghost Prison, but they imprisoned my innocent parents. Why did they do that? If I can't get justice, then your laws don't apply to me, and if I have to destroy them all over again, I'll do it without hesitation. The chief sighed, you're missing the point. The forces behind Ghost Prison are extremely dangerous. If you continue down this path, I won't be able to protect you. The Martial Arts Bureau is nothing compared to them. Ghost Prison's backers are the real threat. If you apologize, this entire matter can still be resolved. Yi-Chen thought, they hurt my parents. I'll never apologize to them. If you won't help me, then I'll handle everything myself. The chief continued, the organization behind Ghost Prison is supported by powerful bloodline families connected to Kunlun. They have close ties with every major family. Yi-Chen took out the symbol he had found. Are you talking about this emblem? The chief's expression changed instantly. Where did you get that? Now tell me, when are you finally going to apologize? Yi-Chen shook his head. They should be the ones apologizing to me. I only came here to ask where Lin Julong took my father and where the Lin family is located. If you're willing to tell me, I'm prepared to offer you anything in return. The chief immediately refused. That's impossible. You're not only ignoring everything I've told you, you're actually talking about taking on the Lin family. Child, why can't you understand? You're throwing your life away. Yi-Chen quietly took out a pill and placed it on the table. This is a golden spirit pill. After taking it, every injury you've ever suffered will be completely healed. It will also greatly enhance your cultivation, and there's a 70% chance that it will help you break through to the next realm. The chief stared at the pill in shocked. I've never seen a pill of this quality before. Nothing I know can even compare to it. Where did this kid get something like this? Did he actually refine it himself? Yi-Chen thought to himself, I collected a large number of rare herbs from Medicine King Valley. I spent an entire day refining this pill. It's useless to me now, but for an ordinary cultivator, it's an irresistible treasure. The chief must be tempted. The chief finally spoke. This pill is incredibly valuable. I can't accept it, and I will not reveal the Lin family's location. I'm only doing this for your own good. Yi-Chen calmly took out another item. This is one of Kunlun's most famous cultivation techniques. No martial art in this country can compare to it. It's even more valuable than the pill. Both this technique and the pill in exchange for one location. So what's your answer? The chief remains silent for a long time before finally shaking his head. No. Yi-Chen thought he's not going to tell me anything. Looks like I'll have to find another way. Just then, the chief received a phone call. After listening for a moment, he looked at Yi-Chen. Wait a second. He then ordered everyone around him. All of you, leave the room, close the doors and windows. No one is allowed to enter without my permission. Once everyone had left, the chief said, I just received a call from Kunlun. 1 month ago, Bailey Hong led his elite soldiers there on a mission, but 2 hours ago, we completely lost contact with them. We believe something terrible has happened. We have no idea what happened in Kunlun. We don't know how many survived or how many died. The military is already sending reinforcements, but they won't be enough. If you can find out what happened to Bailey Hong and determine whether his team is alive or dead, I'll tell you everything you want to know. He thought to himself, the Lin family is important, but Bailey Hong is even more important. If destroying the Lin family is the price for saving him, then so be it. Yi-Chen frowned. Why me? You can send someone else. The chief replied, you already know the country is facing problems on every front. Right now, you're the only person who isn't affiliated with any major power. That's exactly what makes you the best candidate. Yi-Chen thought, so the country really is facing a major crisis. I'd already realized that both the Martial Arts Bureau and Dragon Soul work for the country. Even Ghost Prison serves the nation in its own way. The difference lies in their methods and objectives. Some organizations are being run as if they belong to private rulers rather than serving the country. The chief spoke honestly. I'm telling you the truth. Saving Bailey Hong is our highest priority. If you can rescue him, you'll be doing the country a tremendous service. The truth is, there is a dragon vein beneath Kilin Mountain. It's a priceless treasure that countless forces have been eyeing. Even Kunlun has taken an interest in it. The Bailey family has always been responsible for protecting that dragon vein, but now numerous powerful enemies are targeting it. This mission will be extremely dangerous. Whether you accept it or not is entirely your decision. Yi Chen stood up. I'll go. The chief smiled. I expected nothing less. He handed Yi Chen a special communicator. Take this walkie-talkie. Every member of the Bailey team has a special tracking chip implanted in their body. If you get within 100 meters of any of them, this device will alert you. This is a top-secret mission. Don't tell Lu Shu anything. Yi Chen nodded. I hope you'll keep my family safe while I'm gone. The chief answered. I'll personally take responsibility for that. And don't worry about your father. I'll pressure the Lin family to make sure they don't harm him. Yi Chen replied. Then prepare a plane for me. I'm leaving immediately. Soon Yi Chen boarded a helicopter and headed toward Kilin Mountain. He thought, what could have happened here that forced Bailey Hong to bring his entire team? The chief looked genuinely worried, but I don't have much time. As he ventured deeper into the mountains, he noticed countless broken trees. A fierce battle definitely took place here, and I can already feel several people watching me. Suddenly, a sniper fired at him. Yi Chen effortlessly dodged the bullet. The sniper shouted, I missed. He's hiding somewhere nearby. Find him and kill him. Yi Chen frowned. They're foreign mercenaries. They attacked me without asking a single question. Something is definitely wrong here. The mercenaries quickly launched a drone to locate him. Before they could react, the drone suddenly lost contact. Open fire. He already knows we're here. Bullets rained toward Yi Chen. He calmly thought, these bullets can't hurt me. The mercenary leader yelled, he's a martial artist. Retreat. Our bullets won't do anything against him. But before they could escape, Yi Chen redirected their own bullets back at them, wiping out the entire squad. The leader froze in horror. They're all dead. Yi Chen grabbed him by the throat. Where do you think you're going? Why are you here? Start talking. The mercenary hurriedly confessed. Kilin's dragon vein has become unstable. We only came to claim a share of it. Before he could say anything else, a hidden spell activated and instantly killed him. Yi Chen frowned. A curse. He was under a curse. The dragon vein beneath Kilin is incredibly powerful. It's considered the second greatest dragon vein in the country, after Kunlun. It must have been damaged somehow. That's why Bailey Hong and his men came here to repair it. But before they could, another force attacked them to seize the dragon vein. Meanwhile, members of the Martial Arts Bureau arrived at the scene. One of them said, our curse just killed someone, who's eliminating our people. We need to be extremely careful. Even Kunlun's masters have arrived to compete for the dragon vein. If our bureau clashes with them, we could be wiped out. Yi Chen narrowed his eyes. That's the same man I fought in Huiyan province. But the Martial Arts Bureau is supposed to serve the country. Have they really joined forces with foreign mercenaries? And the masters saying they're talking about, it has to be Shang Renji. Looks like they've all betrayed the country. One bureau member asked, Elder Mu, there's something I don't understand. The dragon vein has always been protected by incredibly powerful experts. So how was it destroyed? Everyone knows the country's fate is tied to that dragon vein. So why are we acting against our own nation? Elder Mu smiled coldly. They say, worms only exist in rotten teeth. But the worm inside your brain is why you're about to die. The moment he finished speaking, he killed the questioning bureau member. Then he looked at everyone else. If a question doesn't concern you, don't ask it. If anyone else is feeling curious, feel free to speak. The remaining members trembled. No, we have no questions. At that moment, Yi Chen stepped forward. I do. Can you explain a little more about this dragon vein? Elder Mu narrowed his eyes. Yi Chen, what are you doing here? If you had any common sense, you would have run away. Instead, you came here looking for death. The last time Grandmaster Zhang Dao saved your life. But who's going to save you this time? He immediately turned to his men. Form the battle formation. Yi Chen said, you people really are shameless. You always send the weak ones in first to die. Suddenly, one of the men grabbed Yi Chen's leg, and together, they locked him down, completely restraining his movements. Elder Mu laughed. Hold him tightly. Yi Chen, I know you're incredibly strong, but as long as we stop you from moving, you won't be able to do anything. I'll have the honor of killing you today. Yi Chen smirked. Maybe this technique would have worked back in Heian province, but I'm not the same Yi Chen anymore. As soon as he released his spiritual energy, everyone restraining him was blasted away. However, Elder Mu's attack landed at the same time, creating a massive explosion. Elder Mu smiled confidently. You took my attack head on. There's no way you survived that. But as the smoke cleared, Yi Chen was still standing there completely unharmed. Elder Mu's face turned pale. That was my strongest attack, and it didn't even leave a scratch on you. I must be having a nightmare. Yi Chen stepped forward and kicked Elder Mu to the ground. I want to know everything about Keelan. Elder Mu gritted his teeth. If I tell you everything, you'll kill me anyway. I'd rather die with the secret. Yi Chen smiled coldly. Oh, you're not dying that easily. Looks like it's time I got revenge for what happened in Huyan province. With that, he released his spiritual snakes into Elder Mu's body. Elder Mu screamed. What did you do to me? It hurts. My entire body is itching. My muscles. They're tearing apart one by one. Yi Chen looked down at him. You were acting so tough, so I decided to soften your muscles a little. Compared to what you're experiencing now, death would actually be a mercy. Let's see how long you can endure. Unable to bear the torture, Elder Mu collapsed to his knees. He finally confessed. Keelan's dragon vein determines the fortune of our entire country. But that's not all. For cultivators, dragon veins are priceless sources of spiritual energy. If you absorb one, your cultivation can increase dramatically. Our organization has been secretly weakening the dragon vein for a long time, and once everything was ready, we brought our forces here. Yi Chen immediately asked, what happened to Bailey Hong and his people? Did Zhang Renji kill them? Elder Mu shook his head. I don't know. We're not the only force after the dragon vein. Many other factions came as well. Even Zhang Renji alone isn't strong enough to defeat Bailey Hong. Yi Chen narrowed his eyes. Then where is Zhang Renji? Elder Mu answered about 30 miles from here on another mountain. I think Bailey Hong is there too. I've told you everything I know. Please let me go. Yi Chen smiled. Sure, I'll personally escort you to hell. The scene shifted to another part of the mountain. Bailey Bing had arrived. She shouted, I'm Bailey Hong's daughter. I know my father is here on a mission. Let me through immediately. Otherwise, my father won't let any of you off. Zhu Yao coldly added, you Budo dogs actually think you can stop us. The Budo members looked at each other. She's Bailey Hong's daughter. At that moment, Bailey Bing and Zhu Yao sensed killing intent pouring from the Budo members. One of them laughed. We've hit the jackpot. Zhu Yao thought. Since when has Bailey Hong's name stopped intimidating people? Instead of protecting us, his name has made us even bigger targets. The two girls immediately turned around and ran. The bureau members sneered. Did you really think you could escape from us? Capturing Bailey Hong's daughter will be a lot of fun. One of them even laughed wickedly. I bet it'll be even more fun once she's in our hands. Suddenly, a massive tree came crashing down and crushed one of the bureau members. Everyone froze. Who threw that tree? Stop hiding. Come out. Bailey Bing sighed in relief. Finally, someone came to help us. But who is it? Zhu Yao urgently said. Bailey, run. These people are extremely dangerous. We have to get away. The bureau members shouted, Bailey Hong's daughter is getting away. Before we move ahead, please take a second to like on this video. A like tells me that you enjoyed this topic. Your support helps Amazing Up High grow naturally. We can't let her escape. Then they suddenly stopped. Wait, why did they stop running? A bald elder appeared in front of the girls. He sneered, you fools actually thought you could escape the bureau. Our guards aren't ordinary disciples. They're elders. You're not getting away. I've been bored out of my mind staying in these mountains. You two will make for excellent entertainment. Zhu Yao felt immense pressure. He's incredibly powerful. Just standing in front of him makes it hard to breathe. But if we don't fight, we have no chance of surviving. The two girls charged forward together. The elder scoffed. You actually dare attack me. Let's see how you survive my next strike. Bailey Bing and Zhu Yao instantly realized they couldn't block the attack. But just before the elder could strike, a sword slash suddenly cut through the air. His attack shattered instantly. The elder looked around in shocked. Who did that? Zhu Yao's eyes widened. That's the dragon slaying sword. At that moment, each hand walked out. You picked the wrong people to mess with. Before the elder could even ask another question, each hand killed him with a single strike. Then he calmly asked, "Who's responsible for sealing off this entire area?" The two girls were overjoyed to see him. Meanwhile, the bureau members panicked. "So it's each hand. He's the lunatic who destroyed Ghost Prison a few days ago. That guy is completely insane. We're not fighting him. Run." Watching them flee, each hand thought, "Even the forces from Kunlun have joined this battle. The dragon vein I obtained before was only a small one, yet it was powerful enough to support 100 experts. And this is the second largest dragon vein in the entire country. I can't even imagine how much power it contains." Each hand looked at Zhu Yao and Bailey Bing. "What are you two doing in Qilin province?" Zhu Yao explained. "Bailey Bing and I were working together on something. But then we learned that her father was trapped in Qilin Mountain. Till he wanted to come alone, but I insisted on coming with her. After we arrived, we saw countless powerful warriors. We hid ourselves the whole way until we finally reached the entrance. When we saw the bureau members guarding it, we thought they'd help us. Instead, they attacked us." Bailey Bing looked at each hand with pleading eyes. "Please take me to my father. I'll do anything you ask in return." Zhu Yao immediately interrupted. "Bailey, each hand already saved our lives. That's more than enough. How can we ask him for even more? Let's keep moving." Each hand sighed helplessly. All right, stop emotionally blackmailing me. I'll save your father." Zhu Yao smiled gratefully. "Thank you so much, Mr. E. You're with us. We don't have to worry about anything." As the three of them advanced deeper into the mountains, they found the bodies of experts from numerous different factions scattered everywhere. Each hand thought, if Bali Hwank managed to survive here for an entire month, and I have to admit, he's an absolute monster. Bailey Bing asked, "Each hand, do you know what happened here? Normally, the Budo should have come to rescue my father and his team, so why did they attack them instead?" Each hand replied, "Human greed is the ugliest part of human nature. If higher-ranking officials can profit by betraying their own country, they'll do it without hesitation because before they're officials, they're cultivators, and the value of a dragon vein is enough to drive anyone insane." Just then, Zhu Yao noticed a broken piece of a sword lying on the ground. "This is part of our sword. It's an extremely high-grade weapon. Who could have broken it?" Each end picked up the fragment. "Using this, it'll be easy to reconstruct what happened here, where you can see the events that took place." Bailey Bing looked at him in confusion. "What are you planning to do?" Each end smiled. "You'll understand once you see it." He thought to himself, "Now that my cultivation has increased, I can finally use talismans this way. First, I'll use a talisman to amplify my power. Then I'll activate my forbidden technique to replay what happened here." Moments later, a vision appeared before them. They saw Bailey Hong fighting while covered in wounds. Zhu Yao gasped. One strike, and it shattered Bailey Hong's sword. "I've never seen such a terrifying technique." Each end thought, "So this sword belonged to Bailey Hong. Let's see what really happened." The vision continued. Bailey Hong was surrounded by numerous bureau experts. Then Zhang Renji stepped forward. "Bailey Hong, you never should have come here." Bailey Hong replied, "Our country has never wronged you. You've always held a respected position. So why are you doing this?" Zhang Renji sighed. "Hong, you know how valuable this dragon vein is. For its sake, I had to abandon everything. I truly respect you. You've helped us many times in the past. So if you're willing to destroy your cultivation and let me erase your memories, I'll spare your life. Otherwise, I'll have no choice but to kill you. I'm not alone. I brought plenty of powerful experts with me." Bailey Hong declared, "I'd rather die fighting than betray my country." "Zhang Renji, you're nothing but a traitor." Turning toward his iron battalion, he shouted, "My brothers, who's willing to lay down their life for our country?" With that, he led his men into battle. Yi Chen observed, so they fought their way deeper into the mountain. Zhu Yao comforted Bailey Bing. "Crying won't help. This battle happened only a short while ago. That means your father still has a chance of being alive. If we stay calm and search carefully, we can still save him." Bailey Bing looked at Yi Chen with teary eyes. "Yi Chen, the road ahead is going to be extremely dangerous. If you save my father, I'll do anything you ask." Yi Chen helped her to her feet. "You don't need to bow. You're my friend." Besides, I've already been enemies with the Budo for a long time. I would have killed Zhang Renji ages ago. He just never showed himself. So don't worry, I'll rescue your father and everyone on his team. Yi Chen thought, I can sense the Dragon Vein's energy. There are countless powerful experts gathered inside this mountain. I don't even know how many enemies I'll have to face. Right now, my strongest technique is Dragon Slash. But that alone won't be enough. Looks like I'll have to forcefully use the second form today. Meanwhile, Zhang Feng arrived at Keeling Mountain with his men. He said, my father ordered me to come here immediately. There are countless powerful sects gathering here, so he wants us to take advantage of the situation. But honestly, I still don't know what actually happened. He only told me to come. He never explained why. Judging from the battlefield, a terrifying battle must have taken place. At that moment, his father called him. Zhang Feng answered, Father, I've already arrived with my men, but you still haven't told me why you sent me to Keeling. I've already seen the corpses of many powerful cultivators. I have a feeling something extremely dangerous is happening here. His father explained, Keeling Mountain's Dragon Vein is collapsing. That's why every major sect has come to claim a piece of it. I sent you here for the same reason. If our family obtains even a single fragment of the Dragon Vein, our prosperity will be secured for thousands of years. Zhang Feng frowned. I thought you sent me here to protect the Dragon Vein, but you're actually asking me to help destroy it. His father shouted, What nonsense are you talking about? I already gave Hishang a treasure capable of storing a fragment of the Dragon Vein. No matter what happens, bring back a piece of that Dragon Vein. If you succeed, the next family head will be you. Zhang Feng thought, if we destroy the Dragon Vein, the surrounding cities will collapse. The region's spiritual balance will be destroyed. Millions of innocent people could die. Yet not a single martial artist here is thinking about the country. Before he could argue, his father continued, Stop wasting time on the phone. Go! I've received information that Bailey Hong has already fought countless martial artists. He's the only one still trying to protect the Dragon Vein. Even the Budo has betrayed him. Hishang added, We don't have time to waste. And even if we don't take the Dragon Vein, someone else will. As long as the capital isn't affected, why should we care what happens to everyone else? Zhang Feng lowered his head. Sometimes I don't understand my own life. I always want to do the right thing, but because of my family's pressure, I always want to protect my family. I always end up doing the wrong thing. There's nothing I despise more than the life I'm living. If only there were some way I could help Bailey Hong. The scene then shifted to the entrance of the Dragon Vein. Each end noticed a large group of people blocking the entrance. He thought, the Dragon Vein must be inside that cave. At that moment, one of the seniors inside the reincarnation graveyard said, Kid, you have to obtain that Dragon Vein. It will greatly benefit both you and the reincarnation graveyard. Each end shook his head. Don't even think about it. No matter how much I stand to gain, I won't kill innocent people for it. The two girls looked around in confusion. Who are you talking to? There's no one else here. Each end suddenly realized they were still beside him. He smiled awkwardly. Powerful people always have a few secrets. You wouldn't understand. He then thought, the formation protecting the Dragon Vein is incredibly powerful. The fact that someone managed to damage it is already shocking. It hasn't completely collapsed yet, but the moment it does, everyone here will rush in to seize the Dragon Vein. These people may have come for the Dragon Vein today, but this betrayal has been planned for a long time. That's why they were finally able to weaken the form of the Dragon Vein. The formation, Zhu Yao asked, How are we supposed to get inside? We can't underestimate those guards. They're carrying specially designed firearms that can even kill martial artists. Ichen nodded. You're right. Just then, he noticed members of the Zhang family heading straight toward the entrance. Uncle, what's he doing here? Is the Zhang family involved in this too? As Zhang Feng approached, Bureau members stopped him. The Martial Arts Bureau isn't allowing anyone to pass. Zhang Feng's side looks like we arrived too late. He stepped forward. We'll handle them. You go ahead. Zhang Feng nodded. Fine, but don't lose. A fierce battle immediately broke out. Before Zhang Feng could reach the dragon vein, another expert blocked his path. Take one more step and I'll be forced to attack you. Zhang Feng narrowed his eyes. Wang Shen ranked 13th on the Grandmaster rankings. Do you really think you're strong enough to stop me? Wang replied. Grandmaster Zhang ordered me to guard this place. Zhang Feng asked coldly. So you're willing to die just because he gave you an order? Wang smiled. I know you're powerful, but my 13th place ranking is only for show. As Zhang Feng blocked his attack, he said, I don't care whether you're ranked 13th or 3rd. It makes no difference to me. Suddenly, Wang threw away his sword. Meet my new weapon. He pulled out a gun and fired. Zhang Feng blocked the bullet. You're a swordsman, yet you threw away your sword? Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Wang laughed. You still don't understand where you are. Against modern weapons, old martial artists don't stand a chance. A sharp pain suddenly spread through Zhang Feng's arm. He realized the energy in my arm isn't flowing anymore. Wang sneered. You were too arrogant. You didn't pay attention to my attack. Otherwise, dodging that bullet would have been easy. Your own arrogance will be the death of you, Zhang Feng. And once you're dead, the 8th rank will finally belong to me before he could strike again. Boom! Yi Chen kicked Wang away. How dare a piece of trash raise your hand against my uncle? Wang got back up and glared at him. So you're Yi Chen? The one Grandmaster Zhang Renji hates the most. Perfect. I'll kill both you and your uncle today. When Grandmaster Zhang sees your corpses, he'll be thrilled. Zhang Feng warned. Be careful. Don't underestimate him. Yi Chen replied calmly. You just rest. I'll handle this. Wang laughed. I've heard plenty about you. Many grandmasters underestimated you because of your age, and they all died miserable deaths. But unlike them, I already know everything about your strength. Yi Chen dodged another attack and thought, poor guy. He actually thinks he knows everything about me. Wang roared. This is my ultimate technique. 1,000 slashes. After this attack, your body will be chopped into so many pieces. Your own family won't recognize you. Yi Chen sighed, you've talked far too much. He casually attached a thunder talisman to Wang's body. Wang laughed. A piece of paper? What can that possibly do to me? The next instant, boom, a bolt of heavenly lightning struck him directly, killing him on the spot. Yi Chen smiled. So did that piece of paper do enough damage? Even though you were ranked among the grandmasters, you didn't understand the power of cultivation. The remaining Budo members panicked. Grandmaster Wang is dead. Forget the Zhang family. Kill Yi Chen. Yi Chen smiled confidently. If your grandmaster couldn't hurt me, what makes you think you can? He activated a spiritual barrier. Every bullet stopped against the barrier without leaving a scratch. Yi Chen thought, their technology is impressive. It can actually withstand my barrier for a moment. Against martial artists, these weapons are extremely dangerous, but against cultivators, they're completely useless. Yi Chen raised his hand. You attacked me enough. Now it's my turn. With a single he instantly wiped out every enemy. Zhang Feng stared in disbelief. He can summon heavenly lightning. Where in the world did this kid learn such terrifying techniques? Yi Chen called out, you two can come out now. No one's going to attack you anymore. Bailey being asked in shock. Each end. What exactly did you use to burn them all to ashes? Even Zhu Yao was stunned. Those were among the Martial Arts Bureau's strongest experts, and they lost that easily. Yi Chen then began treating Zhang Feng's injuries. Your arm will recover completely in 5 minutes, as Yi Sheng asked. Young master. Are you alright? Yi Chen said seriously. You shouldn't stay anywhere near the dragon vein, especially with your people already exhausted. I came here to protect the dragon vein. I won't let anyone touch even a single fragment of it. Zhang Feng nodded. Understood. I'll take everyone and leave. Yi Chen then entered the cave with the 2 girls. Yi Sheng asked, Sir, should we follow them inside? Yang Feng shook his head. If Yi Chen hadn't arrived, we would have all died long ago. This isn't a battle we can handle. And you saw his strength. He was fighting alongside us, which is why we won. If he stood against us, do you honestly think we'd stand a chance? He silently thought. Compared to the first time I met him, he's become unimaginably stronger. Father completely misjudged this young man. After entering the cave, Bailey being frowned. It's incredibly hot in here. Zhu Yao looked around in surprised. I never imagined there'd be lava inside this mountain. Yi Chen spread a layer of spiritual energy around all of them, shielding the girls from the intense heat. He thought, my ice technique isn't particularly powerful, but it's enough to cool the surrounding area. Just then, the detector in his hand started beeping. Yi Chen immediately realized Bailey Hong, or at least one of his teammates, is somewhere nearby. Yi Chen said, come on, hurry. A moment later, they arrived near a massive elevator shaft. Yi Chen looked around and saw countless dead soldiers scattered across the area. Checking the sensor, he said, all the red dots that aren't moving must be members of the battalion. They're all dead. Bailey being suddenly said, I can sense my father's aura. He's nearby. Zhu Yao comforted her. Don't worry. I'm sure he's still alive. Just then, Yi Chen sensed something moving. Before we move ahead, please take a second to share on this video. Sharing helps this video reach friends who may also enjoy anime, gaming, travel, cricket, chess, career basics, or personal stories. Your support helps Amazing Abhi grow naturally. Yi Chen was hiding beneath the cliff. The girls asked, what's wrong? Why are you heading toward the lava? Without saying another word, Yi Chen jumped off the cliff. After descending a certain distance, he finally spotted Bailey Hong hanging onto the cliff with his last bit of strength. Bailey Hong muttered, I have to survive. If I fail to protect the dragon vein, millions of innocent people will die. I have to save it. Yi Chen grabbed his hand, threw him upward, caught him in midair, and safely landed back on the cliff. After checking his condition, Yi Chen frowned. He's in terrible shape. His energy is completely depleted. His heart is barely functioning. He suffered massive blood loss. Even his organs are shutting down. If he weren't this powerful, he would have died long ago. He looked at the two girls. Protect me for 3 minutes. If you can buy me just 3 minutes, I can save his life. Zhu Yao immediately understood what he was doing. Mister, he is using his Kai to restore Uncle's life force. He's also repairing all of his damaged organs and meridians. This is an ancient medical technique used by legendary physicians thousands of years ago. It requires absolute precision. One tiny mistake could kill both the dark and dark. Yi Chen is a subordinate stepped forward. Old Master, Yi Chen is treating Bailey Hong. He can't move while performing the treatment. If you allow me, I'll bring you his head. Gang Renjia smiled coldly. Then what are you waiting for? The man charged forward. The two girls prepared to stop him, but he rushed straight past them. Yi Chen, watch out. The bureau expert laughed. He's too busy saving someone else. You already failed to protect him once, and you're still telling him to be careful. But before he could strike, crack, Yi Chen shattered his sword. Without even turning around, he said, one hand is enough to continue the treatment. My other hand is more than enough to deal with all of you. Using the broken sword fragments, he instantly killed the attacker. Zhang Renjia's eyes widened. What is happening? One of the elders spoke with a serious expression. I can guarantee this. He's not a martial artist. He's a cultivator. And not just any cultivator, he's reached the Toyon realm. Achieving that at his age is unbelievable. If we don't kill him today, he'll become our greatest threat in the future. Zhang Renji immediately shouted, didn't you hear Elder Hai? Attack! Kill Yi Chen! Yi Chen immediately. All of the bureau experts charged at him together. Yi Chen calmly said, girls, stay behind me. Dragon Slang Sword. Show these insects what you're capable of. The Dragon Slang Sword instantly flew into the air and began slaughtering everyone in its path. The bureau experts stared in horror. How is that sword moving on its own? At the same moment, Yi Chen's blood dragon appeared. Within 5 seconds, every single enemy had been wiped out. Zhang Renji was horrified. He hasn't even moved from his position. He's still treating Bailey Hang, yet with only one hand, he wiped out my strongest men. This monster is on an entirely different level. Elder Hai stepped forward. Old Master Zhang, your men aren't strong enough to handle him. If you wish, I'll kill him myself. Zhang Renji hurriedly replied, no, I'll do it. He thought, I don't know how this kid became so powerful, but this is our best chance to eliminate him. The moment he charged forward, the dragon slang sword intercepted his attack. Ju Yao smiled happily. Our family's greatest creation truly lives up to its reputation. Even Zhang Renji can't get past it. Bailey Bing nodded. This sword is unbelievable. However, Zhang Renji continued launching one attack after another. Yi Chen was gradually being pushed to his limits. Zhang Renji sneered. I admit it, you managed to block my attacks, but defending against me must be consuming an enormous amount of your energy. I'd like to see how much longer you can keep this up. He relentlessly bombarded the dragon sling sword with attacks. Yi Chen's condition steadily worsened. Zhu Yao said anxiously, we have to help Mr. Yi Chen immediately stopped her. It's pointless. He'll kill you in less than a second. Don't throw your life away, he thought. Just for a second, I'll just let you know. 15 more seconds, then I'll show you exactly what I'm capable of. Zhang Renji laughed. How much longer can you endure? Yi Chen thought, holding them off is getting difficult. Do I have to borrow another master's power from the reincarnation graveyard again? Zhang Renji raised his sword. Let's see how you survived my strongest attack. Just then, boom, a powerful figure crashed into Zhang Renji, sending him flying backward. He looked up in disbelief. Impossible. Bailey Hong, you're fully recovered? I never imagined that kid could restore you to fighting condition. So what if your body has healed? You've exhausted all your energy. You won't last long against me. Bailey Hong smiled fearlessly. Everyone I fought over the past month said the exact same thing. And yet, I survived for an entire month. Yi Chen stood up. Step aside. I'll handle the rest. Zhang Renji laughed. Who are you trying to fool? Everyone can see you're barely standing. You're in even worse shape than Bailey Hong. What can you possibly do? Yi Chen smiled confidently. No matter what condition I'm in, I'm still far stronger than you. He immediately unleashed the first form of the sky. Zhang Renji's expression changed. He's almost completely out of strength. How can he still unleash such a terrifying attack? I reacted too late. I'm going to die. At the critical moment, Elder Hai appeared and unleashed his final flash, barely managing to block the attack. Zhang Renji gasped. If that attack had landed, I'd already be dead. Even Elder Hai admitted. Forget you. Even I couldn't have taken that attack head on. Zhang Renji muttered in disbelief. I can't believe I was almost defeated by a mere boy. Elder Hai shook his head. If we're talking about Rao, the two of you are evenly matched. The real difference lies elsewhere. It's his sword technique. That technique is every bit as extraordinary as the sword itself. Even in Kunlun, only the highest-ranked sects possess techniques of that level. Zhang Renji said, the most frightening thing about Yi Chen is that he comes from an ordinary family. 5 years ago, his entire family was destroyed, and then he suddenly disappeared. When he returned, he had become unbelievably powerful. No one knows where he spent those 5 years. Elder Hai narrowed his eyes. So he has a huge secret. He may be able to possess something even more valuable than this dragon vein. I'm just an ordinary disciple of the Soul Gate sect, but if I obtain his treasure, I'll definitely become the sect leader. Yi Chen smiled. Are you only here to daydream, or are you actually going to fight? Elder Hai replied, Zhang Renji, if we fight him one at a time, we'll lose. Renji nodded, then we'll attack him together. Bailey Hong stepped forward. Kid, thank you for saving my life. Now let me help you. Otherwise, this battle could turn ugly. Yi Chen chuckled. Is that so? The moment he touched Bailey Hong coughed up blood. Yi Chen shook his head. Your condition is still terrible. Go stand with your daughter and watch the fight. Bailey Hong sighed, if I see you're in danger at any point, I'll join the battle. Bailey Bing hugged her father tightly. Dad, I'm so happy you're okay. Zhu Yao gently said, please take it easy, uncle. Don't worry, mister. You will handle everything. Bailey Hong thought, Mr. Yi, that name sounds familiar. I feel like I've met him somewhere before. Suddenly, his eyes widened. Wait, he's Yi Chen, the young man who's been shaking up the entire country. Even the chief has been dealing with the chaos he's caused. Who would have thought someone this young could possess such incredible power, and his medical skills? They're beyond anything I've ever seen. No one in the entire world could rival him in medicine. Zhang Renji sneered. You saved Bailey Hong, but let's see who saves you. Yi Chen replied calmly. You should worry about yourself first. Renji immediately unleashed another tornado attack, but Yi Chen's burning flame palm crushed it effortlessly. Renji was shocked. What kind of attack was that? My hand is burning. Meanwhile, Yi Chen thought Renji isn't the real threat, that man behind him is. He leaped over Zhang Renji and charged straight toward Elder Hai. Renji grabbed his leg. Now I've got you. I'm going to smash you into the ground. Before he could do anything, Yi Chen kicked him away. If you're so eager to die, I'll kill you first. Once you're dead, the feud between me and the Martial Arts Bureau will finally end. Just as Yi Chen was about to strike, his body suddenly froze. Elder Hai laughed. You aren't the only one with strange techniques. I've been stuck at the tying for a long time. No matter how powerful you are, you're nothing more than prey before my python. Yi Chen smiled. So you have a python? Then what do you think about my blood dragon? The moment the blood dragon appeared, both Zhang Renji and Elder Hai turned pale. The girls gasped. Yi Chen had a dragon inside him. It's absolutely terrifying. Even Bailey Hong was stunned. I've witnessed countless unbelievable things in my life, but I've never even heard of something like this. Elder Hai shouted, I spent years raising this python. It won't fear your fake dragon. Yi Chen smirked. You'll find out soon enough just how real it is. The blood dragon charged forward. The instant Elder Hai's python saw it, it was terrified. Bailey Hong exclaimed, a single roar, and that snake completely lost its nerve. The frightened python immediately retreated and hid inside Elder Hai's body. Coughing up blood, Elder Hai stared at Yi Chen. Who are you? What kind of dragon could frighten my python like that? Yi Chen answered coldly, I'm the one who's going to kill you. Elder Hai attacked without hesitation. I admit, my python was nothing compared to your blood dragon, but in terms of raw power, I'm still stronger than you. His strike heavily injured Yi Chen. Yi Chen thought, even a small difference between cultivators can create an enormous gap in strength. Elder Hai laughed as he advanced. Once I kill you, your techniques will all belong to me. Yi Chen smiled. You want my martial arts? Then let me show you a power beyond your imagination. This is the second form of my sky-breaking sword, Shooting Star. The moment he activated the technique, the entire sky turned golden. Both enemies instantly realized how dangerous it was and prepared to defend themselves. But before they could react, a blazing star pierced straight through Zhang Renji's body. He stared at it in horror. I couldn't even stop one, and now thousands of them are coming. The countless stars rained down, completely annihilating the battlefield. Bailey Hong stood there in utter disbelief. I command the strongest battalion in the country. My influence is enough to shake the entire nation, but today, I have to admit this kid has completely surpassed my expectations. Breathing heavily, Yi Chen muttered, good thing I only used that technique at half power. If I'd used its full strength, even I wouldn't have survived. Zhu Yao hurried over. Mr. Yi, thank you so much. Yi Chen smiled. Are you all right? Bailey Hong walked over and bowed respectfully. Thank you for saving my life. You have no idea what a great service you've done for our country by protecting the dragon vein. Yi Chen smiled. If you really want to thank me, give me that prime piece of real estate in the capital. Bailey Han was stunned. You want that land? He suddenly hesitated. Bailey Being looked at him in confusion. What's wrong, Dad? It's just a piece of land. Why not give it to him? Bailey Han sighed. If he had asked for an entire city, I would have given it to him without hesitation. But that land is different. I can't give it away. I still have to find your mother. Bailey, okay, then. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Amazing Apai. Subscribing makes sure you do not miss the next video, and it gives me motivation to keep improving the quality of every upload. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one.